What's good with the YouTube veterans troops? Back again with another banger. Today we're going to be talking about some of the updates concerning Doge, the VA, Secretary Collins. He just delivered a message to veterans. Let's check it out. And some of these whoppers. As always, hit the like button. Doesn't cost you anything to hit the like button to spread this knowledge to veterans. Share the video. Comment down below your personal thoughts and opinions on this topic. Let's jump into it. Secretary Doug Collins, he did release a video addressing some of the rumors that have been going around pertaining to veterans benefits getting cut, to services being cut and reduced to veterans. And he did talk about some good information. He did talk about some of the, the positions and stuff, the workers at the VA that are going to be secured to what? Be able to render health services to veterans, mental health services, VA claims and stuff like that. But at the same time, he said some stuff, he hinted towards some Obama era, some Bill Clinton era things, and how Trump is in the progress. He should have said is in the progress of making change, addressing issues and stuff like that in the federal government, fraud, waste, and abuse, whatever the case may be. Just don't be like, oh, meat riding this man, Trump this and Trump that. I mean, he hasn't really done anything besides enact this government, this temporary government agency that's tasked with what? Identifying savings. And if that's what they're doing, by all means, let them do their job. But if they're trying to do something else, something more sinister, like, dive deep into the pockets of veterans, war heroes and stuff like that, I mean, I don't think they're going to have a good time with that. It's there's a lot of veterans. There's a lot of military members. There's a lot of troops. With that being said, I ain't got to say a lot, but I don't think it's wise to mess with veterans benefits. I don't think it's wise to mess with veterans compensation, the services that we're receiving. Some may think they're high-class services, but us, veterans on a daily basis, we don't think that, because it's taking months, weeks, years to get treatment, to get medication, to get a diagnosis, to get a VA disability rating fully developed, or whatever the case may be, pass through the VA claims process, not just waiting, being stressed out, being, just left in the dark, wondering why, what's going on and stuff like that. But hopefully this Mr. Collins, the Secretary of the VA, hopefully he turns around, because, right now, it doesn't seem like he's in the best interest of the veterans. It seems like, hey, he's more social media. Transparency it seems like it's going to be, so at least social media presence, transparency and stuff like that. It seems like that seems like the process that the Trump administration now is taking. So I did see that up on YouTube. It's on the VA's website as well. They got some news articles and stuff on viral, not viral, but enough news coverage on it. It's rising and stuff like that. So with that being said, hopefully, Mr. Collins, he gets off his ass and stop meat riding this man. I would say probably relinquish the other 2 additional duties that he's doing right now, even though that, the White House is looking for candidates for, I don't even know the other 2 organizations that he is temporarily the head of. But it's a disservice to veterans to have this man come in, say he's going to be supporting veterans, say he's going to be doing X, Y, and Z for us, to be then what? We're getting a third of him, because the other 2/3 of his time, 1/3 is, is put towards the other 2 organizations that he's temporarily headed as. Just a little thing I wanted to bring up. There was a lot of comments on this topic on the VA's website. I did cut out a few, some funny ones on here. I was out drinking. I just woke up. What's going on? Also, how did you get my email? Crazy, right? To, some more concern comments. I'd appreciate it if you stick out topics, not just, like Trump. Not just IBS like Trump. The previous administration also looked out for us. We are watching you. We are watching you live. Well, hey, these are just comments from other veterans. Let me go on to this one. Mr. Collins, I'm copying a fellow veteran's comment. Heartfelt. I do not know why I even wrote this comment. Nobody even reads these anyways. Hey, Debo reads them. Videos and mailings are just lip service. They honestly think veterans are just too stupid to know any better. It's so aggravating dealing with the VA. It's as it always been, as it's always been, and there's some truth behind that. Especially with the comments and stuff. There's not a lot of veterans or people in general, veterans, civilians, regular people, who are going to see this comment, who are going to go into the VA's website, see what's going on, see the news and stuff like that, or even give a fuck what a veteran has to deal with when it comes to VA claims, VA disability, GI Bill, fucking, retirement and all this other stuff. It's a lot of stuff you got to deal with, but no one cares. It's like, oh, veterans, oh, fuck them. Let's take as much benefits as we can from them, just like we do in the military. That's why they're, majority of the military, they're all, working like peasants. And then moving on from there. Then we got, some people who are just clouded, They just say, hey, thank you for the straight dope information on the situation. Much appreciated. Some people are blind. They don't see any issues. He's saying good things about what he's doing with the VA. I assume he's doing good. Hey, cool. But we will see in the coming months, in the coming weeks, coming days, because, there's transparency, and then there's a lot of people trying to make a name for themselves. So whistleblowers and stuff like that. There's going to be news. There's going to be coverage, information on this developing. I don't see veterans' benefits being touched. However, I do see something, a different rumor saying that they were going to have veterans choose, that there's going to be some type of bill being introduced to have veterans who only retire choose between either the retirement or their VA disability. I don't know. It's a rumor. It's another rumor. Maybe, VA Secretary Collins can address in his next video. Is that going to be a thing? Is that an assumption? Because, just like with all these proposed changes, all these new changes to the VA disability, compensation, the VA rating process, the schedule ratings and stuff like that. There's changes everywhere. There can be policy changes at any time. And all it takes is, for it to go through. And what? For veterans not to see it, not to say it, not to comment on it, not to disapprove it. But definitely, I'm going to be looking out for these. Hopefully we got some things, it doesn't slip by. But veterans definitely need to be vocal on this. If it is going to be something that we do have an opportunity to speak upon. Just like those proposed bills. We did have opportunities to speak upon them. However, like always, unless it's dealing with direct money in your pocket, veterans don't really care about it. Just like I always talk about, veterans who are at 100% permanent total. Once they get there, nothing else exists. Their buddies don't exist. Their friends don't exist. Their buddy at 30% trying to get to 100% or trying to just get an increase. Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about, dog. I don't, but hey, and the rest of the comments, it's a lot of comments and the comments keep going. But if, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about it. But as always, if y'all like this type of content, hit me up in the like section. This fucking Devo out. Y'all stay Gucci with it.